I think it's fair to say that this deck is cuteness overload. Help me ducks, it's Simon here. Welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. I hope everybody's start to the week is going well. The Destiny decks unboxing continues. I still have, blow them out. There we go, just pop them in there. We still have 4 decks to review or to have a look at. And you will have seen from the title that today we're going to be looking at Kittycorn. This is a 79 tarot card deck. So they're always very clear at Destiny. They put the numbers on the side. So 22 major, 40 minor, 16 quartz and 1 squirrel. And they're becoming quite synonymous now with including the happy squirrels with their decks. And I really like that. This is number 397 of 1,000. So there's going to be 1,000 copies of Kittycorn. Now, it's very new out. So as you can see on the bottom here, it says made in Thailand in March 2022. And we're in March 2022 now. So it is hot off the press. I don't know if there's any reviews out. I'll just need to do a search because this could be a first look really if there's no other reviews out there. So well, I mean, just before I undo it, look at the images. I think it's fair to say that this deck is going to be cuteness overload. It is absolutely adorable from what I can see. And I don't just mean with the images, although they are cute, but it looks like there's this really lovely soft pastel colours as well, which I really like. Now for this deck, the author, as like the others, is Mate Horror Number, and the artwork again is by Umsin Pumfat, but the artist here is called Reindeer. I've not seen Reindeer. I've seen the other decks that have Mate and Umsin. So this will be interesting. So it is a tuck box. Oh look, we've got these little paws on the little flaps. It's the details. The box is really nice. It's got a lovely soft finish, and then there's this metallic hold stamping which really sets it off. They do put a lot into the production. And it's also linen. So I'll just take off these bands. So there was a deck last week I did that was, it was the Sakura Spring deck, which was also in this lovely linen cardstock. So let's just take the box away. These are the backs, which are cute and adorable. They are reversible, as you can see. It is a standard tarot size because theirs always are. So it's exactly the same size as a kind of a US Games NPC style deck. And then it looks like we've got a unicorn kitty. Oh, I get it. Kittycorn. Cat and unicorn. Kittycorn. I just thought it was a cute name. So yeah, a Kittycorn, half cat, half unicorn. And this looks like it's perhaps on the judgment card. By the way, it's blowing a trumpet. We'll have to see. But these are extra cards that they put in at the front and the back to protect the deck. As you can see here, it's the same at the back, which is really cool. It's a lovely thick deck. They do the most, oh, Simon said do. They do the most beautiful quality cards. Really exceptional. We always get a certificate as well of authenticity. So this is a certificate for Kittycorn Tarot. It says made in Thailand in 2022. There's this little paw here, and this bit is a sticker which has the number 397, and then the 3 creators are listed here. So copy number 397 of 1,000. So we'll put those to one side for now. Oops. These are very soft and gentle, really lovely colour palette, very subtle. Somebody left a comment actually just in the last few hours, or certainly the last 24 hours, I've seen it about an hour ago, where there's asking for a deck that are gentle and soft if somebody is going through upset or some sort of sadness, trauma, grief, and what decks have sort of, you know, those kind of gentle energies. And I feel that this will be one of them. The only thing I'm going to say is, because they are very subtle, having linen at a distance, you do really see the linen. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I think perhaps with the artwork being these nice soft colours, it might have stood out a little bit more on perhaps a silky matte background. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the camera down. You can have a full look at the cards, and then I will come back as usual at the end, like the little squirrel here. You're not going to have a dog, are you, when it's a cat? I'll come back at the end as always and share my thoughts. All right, so there we have it. So as you'll have noticed, this follows a full RWS. It follows the RWS system, but also, you know, it kind of replicates that of Pixie's artwork as well. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful High Priestess. Now, a couple of niggles, and they're only small ones. On cards like this, I also love the little four corners having little paws in them. Where it's a more of a darker colours being used here, the font stands out and there's no problems. But on other cards, it's quite difficult. In particular, I'm getting the evening sun now and it's casting shadows. Like the Lovers, it's quite hard to see the font. I noticed in particular, I think it was on, isn't that adorable? So darker cards like Hermit, absolutely fine. I love that Hermit. As I said, this is so cute. I think it was Temperance, Hanged Meow. I love that. It's not the hanged man or the hanged person. It's a cat. It's the Hanged Meow. But look how adorable it is. I love the tail and the unicorn are in rainbow colours as well. That's really, really quite sweet. Yeah, Temperance here. It's quite hard to see the font. And as I said, with these being really pastel light colours, you do really see the green as well on top, which for, again, it's a slight niggle, but if for this deck in particular, I would have preferred it on smoother cardstock. Not that it's distracting, it isn't, but you know, some cards, and it's the lovely soft linen. It's not the rough linen that you sometimes get, but yeah, for a deck like this, I think a nice silky smooth finish. And yeah, it is the same kitty on the back. They've taken one of the boxes instead of coffins, the little cardboard boxes, because cats like to play in cardboard boxes, and put the Judgment Kittycorn into a box as well. So that's what I thought it would be. Really, really nice. And the miners, you know, as I say, it's very RWS, as you can see here, but with the central archetype being replaced by this little cute cat. And cat decks seem to be quite popular. I've got 5 or 6 different cat decks. And I think the last time I got a cat deck, which would be, it was one by Ivy, the Feline Marseille. I think I remember saying, you know, I think I've got had my fill of cat decks, but who could resist this? This is just charming, really charming and sweet. I think it would be great for young tarot readers. And again, that's a question I get asked a lot. You know, my son or daughter or child is really starting to show an interest in tarot. What would you recommend? Something like this, you wouldn't be able to go wrong. But also, as I said earlier, I think this is a great deck for those times where you perhaps want something a little bit soft, a little bit subtle. I'm sure it, you know, still gives you the reading you need, and it doesn't pack such a punch when it's delivered in this style with this kind of cuteness. And if you're used to RWS, then again, you'd have no problem with this deck because it's very RWS. And maybe, you know, not being able to see all of the titles is a bad thing. If you're so familiar, look at that. I love that card. I love the way the tail comes forward as well, as I said, with these rainbow colours and the heart. So yeah, I just think, oh look, 5 of Swords. So that's a little bit different to, you know, what we may have seen with the 5 of Swords, but tangled up in this ball of string. Oh, I just think it's wonderful. And look, the 5 of Pentacles. So yeah, so this is Kittycorn, a deck by Destiny, who are bringing out quite a few decks at the moment. They're really on it. But then, even though they're bringing out quite a few decks, they do not compromise when it comes to quality. Lovely. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.